Hello everyone, welcome to From the Star Wars Home Video Library. I'm your host Nathan P. Butler. This time we are breaking into this sort of pre-planned schedule of episodes that I recorded all in a big batch recently, hence a different shirt. At least gotta hope it's a different shirt this time. I think it is. A different one from Christmas. We're going to be taking a look at something that I felt like needed to be out there on the show earlier than it would be if I waited for that last batch of episodes that I recorded to all be finished up in terms of editing and release. So figured I would record this on the same day as the January 2021 project update, and then just slip this into the release order by editing it early. The reason why I mention it is it doesn't seem to be something that is getting a lot of attention and has been surprising a lot of people in the Star Wars Home Video Facebook group, and which has sort of a mysterious unknown origin that I'm actually hoping some folks out here in the viewership will be able to answer for me and finally pin down for me here. You may recall that the UK did not get black border releases on DVD, Blu-ray, or Blu-ray/4K for the Star Wars films, with the exception, of course, of the regular release of Rise of Skywalker, alongside Rise of Skywalker and Skywalker Saga in early 2020. Instead, they waited for those releases until August of 2020. And when that happened, because it was a while after the release of Rise of Skywalker, that allowed Rise of Skywalker to actually get a matching black border release to go with the other 10 films, something we haven't seen here in the US even piecemeal yet. Those releases we took a look at a while back. There was a 4K/Blu-ray release. There was a standard Blu-ray release. And there was the DVD release. But in every case, because the discs for Rise of Skywalker did not need to be reauthored, they're just the same discs that we saw back earlier in the year, underneath the new cool black border slipcover was just the regular earlier in the year release of the film. And the idea of having sort of the old thing packaged with a new slipcover was something that unfortunately we had already seen in the US with Last Jedi, which really irked people because there should have been updated discs as there were in places like the UK and Australia and whatnot, but there were not. And in the US we saw Solo get the same treatment. Old stuff inside new slipcover. Only in those cases what we were looking at least in terms of the more recent releases, had been 4K releases. In this case, it was all of them because we got our black border stuff, for the most part, back in September of 2019. And we did see eventually with Solo in the US that even though when it finally got a black border slipcover, it had old stuff inside it, they eventually did release the 4K/Blu-ray/digital Ultimate Collector's Edition, that's neither Ultimate nor a Collector's Edition, in packaging where there was no slipcover, and the actual case art was black border. So you might have expected to see that maybe in other regions too, but hopefully not, because, you know, over here it was kind of stupid that they did that, and we kind of were hoping they would treat other places better, like they had with finally giving Rise of Skywalker a black border release that the US hasn't seen yet. Well, over in the UK, they took an almost Solo-esque approach, but it seems like they took it in a weird way and did it with only Blu-ray. Again, August 2020. This is the Blu-ray slipcover. Inside is the original Blu-ray packaging that, when originally purchased on day one, would have had the Resistance or First Order sleeve on it. And inside, aside from a little advertising slip, you had bonus disc and Blu-ray film discs. So same old release from earlier in the year, given a new slipcover so it could match. Ow. Yes, I'm recording this with the forearm injury. Ow. Well, recently we've seen something similar to what happened with Solo. Starting to pop up on places like eBay in the UK, we see another release of Rise of Skywalker. Now, this is one that was caught by Jeff Rabjohns, who lives over in the UK, managed to catch one for himself, and upon seeing it, let me know about it, and managed to catch one for me as well, and send it over to the US. Where these come from is what is somewhat in question. But what it is this. This is a Blu-ray release from the UK, hence the ratings here, of Rise of Skywalker, without the black border slipcover, but with the actual case art being black border, like we saw over here eventually with Solo. Okay? We'll get to what makes it weird here in just a minute. Couple things to note before we get to the where the heck does this come from question. First, I would note this is a film-only release. There is no Blu-ray bonus disc at all inside this release. And there's also no digital copy to go with it, right? Because this is the UK, which means no bonus features whatsoever, because this film does not have a commentary. Okay? No bonus features at all on this one. This is much more similar to how in the US, when we got our multi-screen editions in the black borders back in September 2019, they got rid of the Blu-ray bonus disc for the Disney films and Owen gave us the film disc. But at least then, we had a digital copy code that would get us the bonus features. Not so here. So definitely substandard in terms of content. Blu-ray case, standard. Star Wars Rise of Skywalker with the art that we saw previously in the UK with the black border, Blu-ray, and then the ratings over here. The spine, we have Blu-ray disc, Lucasfilm, Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, ratings, and product number. The back is where we start to get a hint that something is odd about how you could get your hands on this. We have the tagline, the information about the film, the individual characters here, the cast crew information, and the info here. The irony here being it says 2 discs. It says what this says. 2 discs. It's essentially an identical back. There's only 1 disc in here. And it's not designed for multiple discs. It's one of those really small prongs. So the back is false advertising. The back claims there's a second disc that just does not exist in this package. Okay, first of all, that is an issue. So specs for the discs, one of which isn't there. Same thing underneath, right? Various symbols like Blu-ray and copy protection and Dolby Audio and all that kind of stuff. The ratings, legalese. But notice over here in the corner, not for individual resale, and then not for end UK SK. All kind of run together there. That is what kind of makes us wonder where this came from. Because the fact that it's only the film disc makes it substandard. But the fact that it says not for resale suggests it was given as some type of promotion or included within something else. The only place thus far that we have seen this, and this, when I say we, I mean the people in the Star Wars home video community on Facebook trying to find what's up with this. The only place we've found these so far is on eBay. They are legit copies, though. It's not like they're bootlegs or something. So the suggestion has been maybe this is being sold as like a promotion with Blu-ray players? Maybe being sold as a promotion with some video game consoles, though certainly that'd be a different promotion than over here, because we don't see that with, say, the PS5 and Xbox Series X. But we don't quite know. All we know is not for individual resale suggests it was part of something else or a promotion, not something you simply could go out and buy at retail. And they all the copies we've seen, which isn't many so far, all the copies we've seen have that on it. It's not like some of them do, some of them don't. So far, it's every copy. So a little weird. So if you're in the UK and you are looking for basically the ability to have a slipcover that matches what's inside and you want to combine them, you sort of could. But what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to actually take this insert out and stick it on this package, which might be, you know, a little bit of a trick, but not that difficult. And it would be accurate all of a sudden because there'd be 2 discs in it instead of 1. But that would allow you to basically have this product with a matching interior piece of art to go with the slipcover rather than being the old package art. Otherwise, if you're trying to collect just every different variant, this is another variant of it that is out there. Ow! That is out there in the UK. Woo! I've got to put that brace back on. Suffice to say, we don't quite know where it's from. I would love it if anybody in the comments actually knows, not speculates, but knows where this came from. There is no indicator on the sticker other than just not for individual resale and the little abbreviation of that code underneath it. There's nothing on the package that suggests where it came from, and the fact that it is a single disc does make it somewhat unusual. But If you're out there in the UK, you're hunting down all the different variants of the recent films, or just Rise of Skywalker, there is another. Where the hell it comes from, we don't know. Other than, the UK. With that, we'll wrap up this episode. Thank you to Jeff Rabjohns, and thank you for watching. May the Force be with the home video viewers.